Welcome to the North Texas Community Difference-Denton, powered by the Difference Media LLC and 2940 The Difference Radio. The voice of small businesses and the communities they serve. Today's show is hosted by Matt Kern, entrepreneur and founder of Denton Does It, and Beth Caudill, realtor with eXp Realty, Chance Post with Total Care, and Robert Tokarczyk with Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. The North Texas Community Difference Series was created to serve as a platform for local leaders and business professionals to showcase their expertise, values, and commitment to their community. Overall, the podcast aims to create a stronger sense of community in North Texas by highlighting the often overlooked or unnoticed good work being done by local leaders, businesses, and professionals. So sit back and relax as our host, co-host, and their guests share thoughts and insights about being a professional and the opportunities for our businesses to serve our communities in a very special way. Because the North Texas Community Difference-Denton
starts now.
Well, good morning and happy Tuesday to everybody. We've made it to another Tuesday, another week. And you know what Tuesday is? It's one of my favorite days of the week because it's Taco Tuesday. So shout out to everybody who provides tacos for us on Tuesday. And also just a reminder, go buy local, right? And shop somewhere local and support a local business. So my name is Matt Kern. I'm your host for today. I can't do this show without my other co-host. One is out today. So we'll just make up, a story about why he's out, but he had other things to take care of. But I'm really
emergency room.
I'm really excited to announce that we have a new co-host, new sponsor, and that this is Robert Tokarczyk with Fairway Mortgage. So Robert, come on on. Hey man,
glad to be part of the show.
Hey, it's good to see you.
Good to see you. My first podcast, so bear with me.
Well, that's interesting you said that. I had was visiting with a lady this morning, and I had invited her to come on the podcast about a month ago, and she said, I can't do it. I'm too shy. I get too nervous, and I just can't speak in front of people like that, and I've never done it before. Well, guess what she said today? She said, if you'll let me, I want to be on. I want to come on. And I said, nice. She said, I'm getting my strength up and my, and getting rid of the fear. And I want to do this. I know I can do it. And I said, I know you can, or would have asked you to. So we're going to plan on having her maybe in November. Come on.
Right. So did you tell her just to picture you in your underwear and everything will be okay?
Right. Yeah. All right, Beth. Beth Caudill is our other co-host. She's with Make the Move Team eXp. What is going on in the background? If y'all don't know, today is Beth's birthday.
Nothing.
Yes, it is.
Happy birthday.
I was sabotaged.
Yeah, happy birthday.
I told them I was surprised they didn't give me a tiara or something because
I'm
surprised
you're not wearing one.
Right?
Welcome to the 30s.
Thank you so much. I looked at the mirror and gave myself a whole judgment about how I decided I did not look my age yet. So I'm going with that right now.
Yeah.
So, living the good life.
It's all good.
Look at all that.
I know you have a great team of people who work with you, that love you, as we all do.
We try to take care of each other and help everybody we can. So, yeah. That's what.
Oh, look, Rhonda's saying happy birthday.
Hi, Rhonda.
Well, we pass around happy birthday cards to our employees here. So we all sign it and throw a little money in there, too.
Oh, nice.
So they all have something to go buy, with, which is good. Cash is king, isn't it?
That's right. Yep.
So Jeff Bowerman says that he says happy 21st birthday.
I know,
do we all remember the 21st birthday? I mean, do you remember when I was right before I was 21, we could still all go to the bars and stuff because it wasn't 21 at that time, right?
Mm-hmm.
3 months before my birthday, they changed the law.
Mine was like that too, though. Yeah.
So like 3 months, I couldn't go out and hang out with my friends, right? Without getting the X, on your hand.
Mine changed from when I was 18, they changed the drinking age to 19.
19.
When I was 19 or 20, when I was 20, they changed it to 21. I'm like, this isn't really fair. I'm not okay with this. Like it was like my fake ID game was on point back then. Just saying.
Right.
So I lived in South Arkansas, which Arkansas was 21, but Louisiana was 18. So we just drove across the state line.
Oh, is that right? Yeah. Yeah. Well, back in the day in Denton, you couldn't buy liquor in Denton. You had to drive to Justin out there on 35, or you had to drive to Lincoln Park out there east of town. You
could drive to Lake Dallas too,
or Lake Dallas too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lake Dallas too. Yeah. Do y'all remember when Lake Dallas and Denton was long distance for phone calls? Yeah, isn't that crazy?
No, I don't know about that. I
think Robert, how long have you been in Denton? How many years?
I came to work in Denton at the beginning of 2006.
Okay.
So a little over almost 18 years now.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I got my license in 2004. Yeah. So I feel like I've known you. I tell people I've known you longer than I've been in real estate, but maybe I've been lying to them.
Right? Yeah.
Unfortunately, you have.
Maybe you need some counseling.
Robert. I know. Apparently,
maybe you need a spoonful of castor oil.
I know. No, I don't need that.
Well, Beth, since we got somebody on here who knows numbers, let's talk about numbers for just a second. Okay?
I cannot wait to see how nice we're going to make this sound.
I know. All right, sir. So we're going to throw you up there. First off, tell everybody about yourself, and then let's talk about some residential numbers for the real estate market.
I'm assuming you're talking to me, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, he's talking to you.
All right. Robert Tokarczyk, my first show. I've been in the mortgage industry since 1992, so I'm going on 31 years. Came to Denton, as we mentioned before, in 2006 to work up here. Worked in Dallas most of my career, spent a year in Frisco, and about 7 years in Bedford. So kind of been around the Metroplex, seen a lot. Came from the 10% down loans to, I think, in 1994 or 5 when we did we used to call them drug runner loans, when you could put 40% down and have no documentation. And then that morphed into no money down, no documentation loans, which was pretty much the result of the mortgage crisis.
Yeah.
The people that couldn't afford them, the foreclosure started.
I remember when the refi business boom took off, because I was in the land surveying business at the time. And I'm telling you, man, like in 4 years, we tripled our employees, because we were doing so much refi surveys, you couldn't keep up with it. Everybody had to have one.
It was a crazy time. Rates dropped. I remember when rates got below 10%, it was the greatest thing in the world. And I never thought they'd go below 5%, and was amazed when I saw that. And then they went below 4 and then below 3. And here we are shooting right back up towards 8%.
Yeah. So what's your predictions coming up for the rest of this year and in the first of next year's quarter? How do you feel about it?
They're going to start going down. When is the $1 million question?
Sure.
All the analysts and economists and experts were projecting by the end of this year, beginning of next year, but there's been too much data to say otherwise.
Yeah.
Inflation numbers are coming down. Interest rates will go down. This is the 4th time in over 40 years that the Fed funds rate, you hear about the Fed raising mortgage rate, or not mortgage rates, but the Fed's funds rates all the time. This is the 5th time that the funds range has been higher than the 10-year Treasury. And the other 4 times within about 6 months to a year, mortgage rates came down anywhere from 1.5% to 3%. So if history repeats itself, which everyone feels that it will, then the mortgage rate should start going down. But when that happens, home prices are going to go up because everyone's going to try to buy. People will be offering over list price again. So if you can buy now, the old theory is buy low, sell high, get in your house now before the home values go up and build some equity, and then you can refinance when the rates go down.
Yeah. Beth, tell everybody they should be buying now.
They should.
Right? You're muted, sister.
Sorry. So exactly what Robert just said is that the theory is that you should buy now versus waiting till the rates go down, because there'll be less competition. You'll get the house you want. And most lenders are actually offering to refi them when those rates do go down, at no cost. So that is something that is a real thing, and people, can do it and get into that house they want, but they're thinking they have to wait. And if they can afford that little bit of an extra payment right in the beginning, then I think you'll come out ahead in the long run. And also, I don't know if Robert was telling me this or someone else, but if you look at like the rates now and calculate, because you think, hey, I'll wait. If you look at what that number would look like now to buy a house, then see what that payment is, and then see what it is when that house is appreciated 5% or so next year.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to come out ahead by buying your house now.
Yeah.
A couple $100 still ahead if you buy now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I ran a scenario at a $475,000 house, putting 10% down. When the rates go down, if they go down 2%, your payment would be $500 a month lower, which is great. That's what everyone's waiting for. But if the home prices go up 5 or 6% like projected, and people start going on top of the list price, your payment's going to be offset by that. If you buy now and then refinance when the rates go down, you'd actually be another $200 a month lower by doing that than if you waited.
Yeah.
Because then you're refinancing and you're still going to have the lower loan balance and you have the equity.
Hey, guess what the average home price is right now in Denton County? Anybody?
$438,000.
450.
Who's just said that?
I did.
I think you saw the stats. No, it is exactly 450,000. This was for September of 2023. These numbers just came out. So 450 is the average median home sales price right now in Denton County, right? And that's up 1.1% from 2022. So we've been relatively flat, but we've certainly not gone down.
No, we haven't. Yeah.
Listings are down, sales are down. Month inventory is 2.5%. So, inventory is 2.5 months.
Yeah.
And so it's still technically a seller's market, because it takes to get to 6 months to be a balanced market. So it's technically still a seller's market. You are sitting on the market longer. That number is growing more and more and more. Average right now is 82 days.
From listing to
selling.
To top
Yep.
to closing on that.
Yep.
Okay. In just a minute, Robert, we have a segment, since this is your first time, we have a segment called What's Up Denton, and we're going to take a break in just a minute, and then Beth's going to come back and she's going to tell us what's going on in Denton.
All right.
So let's take a break.
The Community Difference is a new series of shows powered by the Difference Radio live stream and podcast network. This series of shows was designed to highlight the unsung heroes that call our towns and communities home. And we wanted to create a platform that brings awareness to and reminds folks of the goodness that lives within so many of us. By working with the local community leaders, business owners, first responders, veterans, schools, and citizens who want to unite with a clear and selfless purpose, the Community Difference seeks to spotlight the people, events, and activities that are producing positive outcomes, inspirational stories, and incredible experiences. In a world that is consumed with negative press, media manipulation, and propaganda, The Difference, along with many others who believe and support The Difference, understands there is no better way to make the difference than to highlight the unsung heroes that call our towns and communities home. We are currently searching for local communities to be the focus of our shows, but before we can launch a show in your community, we need your help. We need you along with local business leaders, chambers of commerces, major nonprofits, online community group leaders, networking groups, etc., to join us in making the difference and helping your community be seen, be heard, and be remembered. So, if you would like to know how you, your business, school, social media community, church, or your favorite nonprofit organization can be a part of this unique and powerful program, reach out to us today and introduce yourself and let us know how you would like to contribute and bring awareness to the amazing people, places, and events that are making the difference in the community you love. You can call us at 972-866-4596 or email us at info@thedifferenceradio.com.
And now, back to the show.
All right, we're back. Thank you guys for joining us today. You're on the Community Difference here in Denton, Texas. And I'm your host, Matt Kern, along with Beth Caudill and Robert Tokarczyk. And our lost co-host, Chance Post, is out saving lives today. Maybe that's what he's doing. Or kittens from trees. Maybe that's what he's doing today.
Saving
Beth,
lives sounds really good.
Right. Beth, before we get to our What's Up Denton, I want to go ahead and bring our guest on today because both of these guys are so involved in local things that are going on here in Denton. I want them to join in today. So I want to introduce Jeff Bowerman with Groggy Dog and also Hank Dickenson with the Denton Chamber of Commerce /
Hank.
Mr. UNT.
Hey, guys and gals.
Hey, good to see you guys. Thank you guys for being on today. We have a segment that we do every week, and it's called What's Up
Denton?
And so we look and see what's going on in the local Denton market and activities and events that are happening, and we like to share that with our audience. We also usually revert back to discoverdenton.com also, just FYI. But if you guys have anything you want to also bring up today, Beth's going to give us some events that are going on. And if y'all didn't hear a while ago, by the way, today is Beth Caudill's birthday. So happy birthday to her.
Thank you.
Beth, take it away.
Okay. So you guys, really quick, what's going on in Denton right now? I do go to discoverdenton.com to get my information along with some other sources like Jeff Bowerman's emails I get every day. So I love those. Those
on Mondays.
Those keep me in line. So like what I think is fun because it's Taco Tuesday, but it's not today, is they at El Taco H tomorrow night, they have Mexican bingo from 7 to 9.
What?
I know. Mexican bingo. How fun is that? I'm sort of mourning the loss of Boca Feliz temporarily in the mall.
Yeah.
So I clearly had to resort to another taco place, which is the El Taco H. And also Total Care Network is having their happy hour tonight from 4 to 6.
Yeah, at the Dive.
At the Dive. And then another fun thing I saw, which I hadn't seen come up yet, is that October 20th, 21st, there's tons of Halloween stuff going on. One thing I saw was a haunted car wash at Tommy's Express, who is a chamber member. And I thought that was really fun that they're having a haunted car wash. So I'm sure that you'll go get your car washed and it'll be really scary.
It will. Do you think zombies will be there?
Yeah, I think zombies or skeletons.
Vampires?
Or ghosts.
Could
maybe
be.
Ghost, witches. I think there could be a witch.
Yeah.
Anything like that.
Okay.
October 25th, there is Dr. Alan Skinner. He's an archaeologist. He is speaking up at the Courthouse Museum. And I think that sounds incredibly intelligent and interesting, you know. Okay. So the Courthouse Museum does a really nice job of having events up there. And I don't know if everybody's gone there, but it's really actually a cool place. You can go check out. It's free to the public. You can, it's on the square. You can just walk in and go see anything in there, but it's really neat. We've done that before. And then don't forget, Day of the Dead Festival is October 27th, that weekend. And that should be tons of fun. They're going to have coffin races. So I know you guys want to see some coffin races. That can be some fun action going on.
Yeah, I always want to see coffin races because they pull out everything and everything that has, anything they can think of to put a wheel on, it's built.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think that's really cool. Also, I should mention, just back up 1 second, October 23rd, the Chamber is having their golf tournament at the Wild Horse Golf Club. So
Okay.
if you haven't booked your tickets for or your golf outing for that, I'm sure they would love for you to do that.
Sold out.
Cool. It's sold out.
Oh, never mind. Forget it. Just forget
Sorry,
it.
but I appreciate the plug. I appreciate
Hey.
the plug, but we are really full. But
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. And then I will tell you, just for fun, just this week on Thursday, the Rodeo Goat is having the ribbon cutting for their new location there, which is next to BJ's in front of the movie theater there in South Denton, off at
in Unicorn Lake.
Unicorn Lake. So, I mean, I thought that would be really fun to go to. And I mean, I feel like it has a lot of potential, that restaurant. I mean, I hope this one will stick. So it'll be really fun. And then just for your calendar, like moving it out a little. Oh, November 1st, we have Wake Up Wednesday, which is on Wednesday at Denton County Brewing Company, 8 to 9 in the morning. And that's a great way to network and meet people and maybe get some connections through your business. And just for all the car people, this is for Ethan, my buyer's agent specifically. On November 11th, there's a Pistons paint car show at the North Texas Fairgrounds. So
I go to it every year.
Will want to go to that. So
yeah, it's awesome.
That is what I have for what's going on. What's up, Denton? So
what's up?
Oh, that I surely I have seen Evel Knievel's coffin before.
Yeah.
Every year.
Yeah. There's so many of them out there though, that you see. I mean, I think the last time, how many did they have? 50, 60, something like that entrance in the
really?
Places.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So if you've never been out there before, you got to go check that. At least watch the races.
Yeah,
and it starts right up there on the top of the hill. Next to Wells Fargo Bank there on Hickory Street, and it goes down the hill.
Okay.
And then they crash into the bales at the very bottom in front of Hoochie's, down that way. So right there at Industrial. So they go that far. It's pretty good. All right. So thank you, Beth. We appreciate your info today.
Sure.
I think that maybe Lyndon has something for us. Oh, look. I guess it was a happy birthday.
Wow. Maybe y'all should sing. Y'all could all sing to me right now.
Hey, two.
Yeah.
Wow.
There
Thank
it is.
you.
Okay. All right. So let's get to our guest today. So I want to introduce Jeff Bowerman. He's with Groggy Dog Promotions here in Denton. I love that name. I've always loved that name. Jeff is a guy who could wear a polo top shirt and some type of khaki shorts 24/7, 365.
That's
that
my
correct?
Uniform. Yes, sir.
That is your uniform
yeah.
for the day. We're all jealous of that too. You know that, right? We all how can I do that?
Yeah, I'll throw the jeans on or the slacks on, if necessary, but it's gotta be really, really if necessary, because
I don't know that I've ever seen you in a slacks and jacket before.
Yeah, it's a rare occasion, but no, I'm fortunate enough to stay casual most of the time and still do what I want to do. So that's the game plan.
Yep. And Hank Dickenson, he's with our Chamber of Commerce. He does business development with them. And he comes from, being around the community for a lot of years and has worked with UNT. And he also is the voice of UNT for calling games, aren't you? You're still doing that?
I work with Dave Barnett. He would probably tell you he's the voice of the Mean Green, but I do join him on the broadcast and have done it since 1995. So yeah.
Yeah. And so you do also not just football, but basketball too?
Yeah. Men's basketball primarily, occasionally In the Conference USA Sunbelt days, linear TV included a lot of ESPN Plus, and so I jump over and do some ESPN Plus games every now and then. Now that we're in the American, most of those games already have assignments and bigger and better broadcasters, so I won't do as much of the TV. I got a face for radio, Matt. I beat you to that line. So,
yeah, I like your voice, Hank. It feels soothing when I hear it. It makes me feel safe and comfortable. Just saying.
Thank you.
I know, but he does have a great voice, and I have listened to you before, on the internet. So,
And
Jeff,
I like to listen to you too, Hank.
I will third that. Yes.
Yeah, we all love you, Hank, and we're glad to know you too. We're very blessed to have you as a friend. So, Jeff, tell us about how you got to. I know you used to work at TW, so kind of tell us about when you got into the Denton area in the mid 2000s. What brought you here? Was it? I guess it was school, right? Education and sports.
I had worked in professional hockey for 10 years, not on the playing side, but in the front office side, the broadcast side, a little bit of the hockey ops side. But I had done that for 10 years, and the ceiling in professional sports is pretty low as far as, a legitimate, financially, good position to be in as far as family and whatnot. So I wanted a college opportunity. The end goal originally was to get some college on my resume and then move back down to Central Texas and God's country, Austin, Texas, and find employment there at the University of Texas. So I took an opportunity at Texas Women's University as the sports information director in October of 2005. And really, I having the background I did in sports and understanding, the process and the hows and the whys and the whats, I felt like it was just going to be a stop on the train as far as, get college on your resume and then, use that to look for a bigger and better opportunity. And I did find a bigger and better opportunity, but what I found was my beautiful wife. And she, at the time,
good job, Eddie. Good job.
I outkicked my coverage for sure. But she was at the time the graduate assistant coach for TW Gymnastics, prestigious program, one of the top NCAA gymnastics programs in the country. So we actually started dating in February of 2006, and that changed my plan, my goals, my ambitions, and I was committed to T-Dub and really connected at that time, with the chamber. And it's great that Hank's on here with me today because he was a big part of it. I mean, he was in a similar role over at the University of North Texas at the time, and on the chamber board, and we shared a lot of common interests and common goals and common challenges, and I, in a lot of ways, modeled my community involvement and engagement after what Hank was doing. And so, long story short, got plugged in there and worked at TW and helped to, I think, push the Pioneers athletic programs forward. And in the meantime, Lisa and I got married in 2010, and now we have a 12-year-old son and an 8-year-old going on 18 daughter, and she's the reason for the gray. But couldn't be more blessed, couldn't be happier to be here in Denton, and have an opportunity to do what I'm doing now with Groggy Dog. Moved out of college athletics to Groggy Dog, family-owned business. The schedule is a little more relaxed, a little more autonomous. So I've been helping to grow business here in Denton, and doing that for the last 8 years now. So exciting. I'm in a good place.
So what I'm hearing you say is that if you had moved to Denton, you wouldn't have met your love of your life
100%
in personal and in business.
100%. Yes. There you go. Especially the latter. Yeah, the latter. I tell people I'm a trophy husband all the time. I carry my wife's trophies. So it's blessed is the best word. And then y'all know too, because Matt and Beth, Hank, Robert, I'm sure. I mean, you guys are see the value of the Denton community and the Denton business community, and everybody pulling the rope in the same direction. It really is a unique place with unique people, and the objectives and the growth and the opportunities are here. And I'm excited to get to be a part of that, at the grassroots, really organic level.
Yeah, I don't know if everybody knows that not only is Jeff a member of the chamber, through Groggy Dog too, but he's also on the board. But what is the uh, what is the thought from Groggy Dog corporate about you spending time with the chamber and being involved and being a part of that volunteering time? How do they look at that as a benefit? Or, I think it's a benefit that you can get out there and have the time to be able to do those kind of things. But, the other side of it is there is a business that we have to help, increase income, right? And market share. And so we have to balance that. We're going to talk about a little bit of that today in our topic. But how did you come across with them in the very beginning of this, walk that you're doing now with balancing your work, market share, business with your volunteering and chamber and other events that you commingle everything together?
That's a great question. And really the best answer I can give comes down to one word, relational. Our business is relational, and I'll use Beth as an example. I mean, we're fortunate enough to do a few things for Make the Move, some hats and some polos and some cornhole boards. And what it is you get out and you meet people and you see, okay, what are you doing? How are you doing? What's good business for you? And then through know, like, trust, you see if there's an opportunity. And so the focus for Groggy Dog and the focus for me is relational. And, you build relationships with businesses and individuals and universities and departments and whatnot. There you go. Thank you, Beth, for the product.
There you go.
Yes.
Cool hat. They are really cool hats.
Yeah, but you build those relationships, and then, ultimately the objective, not the ultimate objective, but one of the benefits is that you take away some business. And Craig Jones, our owner, I mean, it's his family business. He put everything he had into it 20 plus years ago, and he believes in that principle, the relational side, believes in helping people, believes in community engagement, believes in community support. So he kind of envisioned my role at Groggy Dog, and he said, okay, come work for us. I never once have necessarily had a job description per se. It's just, let's go out and build business.
Let's build relationships.
Yeah, build relationships, build business.
And the business will come. Yeah.
I mean, that's why I know Jeff is because of that relationship. And that's why, I do business with Jeff. I like Jeff. Right.
And he's right. It's know, like, and trust.
Yeah.
Let's take a break real quick and we'll come back. Okay. And we'll finish that part up. All right.
The Community Difference is a new series. The Community Difference is a new series of shows powered by the Difference Radio live stream and podcast network. This series of shows was designed to highlight the unsung heroes that call our towns and communities home. And we wanted to create a platform that brings awareness to and reminds folks of the goodness that lives within so many of us. By working with the local community leaders, business owners, first responders, veterans, schools, and citizens who want to unite with a clear and selfless purpose, the Community Difference seeks to spotlight the people, events, and activities that are producing positive outcomes, inspirational stories, and incredible experiences. In a world that is consumed with negative press, media manipulation, and propaganda, The Difference, along with many others who believe and support The Difference, understands there is no better way to make the difference than to highlight the unsung heroes that call our towns and communities home. We are currently searching for local communities to be the focus of our shows, but before we can launch a show in your community, we need your help. We need you along with local business leaders, chambers of commerces, major nonprofits, online community group leaders, networking groups, etc., to join us in making the difference in helping your community be seen, be heard, and be remembered. So, if you would like to know how you, your business, school, social media community, church, or your favorite nonprofit organization can be a part of this unique and powerful program, reach out to us today and introduce yourself and let us know how you would like to contribute and bring awareness to the amazing people, places, and events that are making the difference in the community you love. You can call us at 972-866-4596 or email us at info@thedifferenceradio.com.
The North Texas Community Difference-Denton is made possible in part by Beth Caudill, and the Make the Move team with eXp Realty. Your trusted partners in Denton County, Texas, for all your real estate needs. We understand the local market and pride ourselves on delivering personalized service, backed by cutting-edge technology. Experience the difference with Make the Move team, and by Matt Kern with Denton Does It. A network of discovery. Effective networking involves active listening, genuine interest in others' work, and a willingness to offer support and resources. Investing time in others will create valuable connections that propel careers and unlock endless possibilities. Robert Tokarczyk with Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. Your go-to loan officer for all your home financing needs. Robert has been assisting families obtain the dream of home ownership for over 31 years with honest, stress-free service. His word is his bond. NMLS hashtag 258950/2289. And Chance Post with Total Care. Total Care has been treating our neighbors in North Texas since 2004 as a family-owned, patient-focused company headquartered near Fort Worth. Offering 10, 24-hour emergency rooms spanning from Weatherford to Garland. You can find links to our sponsors in the comments and descriptions, as well as on our website www.thedifferenceradio.com. If you or someone you know in the Denton area would like to sponsor or learn more about co-hosting the North Texas Community Difference-Denton, please reach out to Matt Kern at matthewdoesit@yahoo.com. And now back to our show.
All right, we're back. So yeah, if anybody's watching now in our audience and you would like to know more about becoming a sponsor or co-host for this show, we would love to talk to you about that. The more the merrier, and we would love to be able to showcase your business here in the Denton community. So Hank, I was thinking about what Jeff was talking about a while ago, and I would like to get your point of view when you're talking to businesses and local business people about becoming, chamber members, but also they have, outside salespeople. How do you come across about getting those salespeople involved? Well, first thing is that people who don't network or people who don't market don't understand it. And when you get in there and you get involved and start building relationships, then you start to understand what networking and marketing is. So how do you talk to these business owners about getting that message across about it's not just about joining the membership of a chamber and having a ribbon cutting, but it's about being involved and coming to networking meetings and volunteering and doing those kind of things?
Well, I think everybody on this call right now represents, what I'm trying to pitch. At some point, Jeff and I have talked about this, the chamber is really the quarterback. We can either throw you the ball or hand you the ball, but at some point you've got to make a move once we get you the ball. But I think the important thing for new businesses and even intermediate businesses that may have been around a while that have to kind of recreate their brand, getting the ball is important, and that's what we offer. Now, what I do hear a lot of times is somebody will tell me, well, I'm not an extrovert, or I'm not as comfortable as Beth Caudill walking into a situation and meeting 15 people. And I tell them, well, those skills can help you and they can speed things up, but we've got a great business community. You don't have to be able to get up in front of a group of 300 and do a PowerPoint to be effective with the chamber. And I think what we stumbled onto, Matt, and I bet Beth and I know Jeff would agree, Wake Up Wednesday is a wonderful event for people in a really cool setting to get to know one another. And if you make 3 Wake Up Wednesdays in a row, that's a total of 3 hours over 3 months. And I can almost guarantee you're going to walk away knowing 30 chamber people. So the next time you do come in to a bigger setting, maybe it's a chamber luncheon or dinner, you've already started to build your chamber connections. And I think we can all tell anyone, honestly, once you start building those connections, it'll begin to steamroll. And I think the number one thing I'll tell people on my experience is you'll also make really good friends. You'll make people a part of your life by getting involved in the chamber. It's just going to be who you choose. So
I totally agree with that, sir.
Big upside.
And I think, one of the reasons why I started the podcast here in Denton with Lyndon in this platform is because we meet these wonderful, considerate people who have a story to tell because they're committed to their community and their business, and they're just trying to make a living, like everybody else is. But sometimes they go unseen, and people don't, the public really doesn't get to know who they are in a way. And sometimes in our network meetings, we can only talk to so many people, right? So we can only get our message out to a few people who we sit at the table with and we talk about, right? But it is up to us as professional networkers to start those one-on-one meetings and set up, follow-up meetings with each other and have coffee. But one of the reasons that we have this platform here is because I can bring people on who are making a difference in their community, and we can showcase them and let others see it. Like I just see a note here from Lyndon that we're averaging right now 20,000 viewers per month in the Denton area.
Wow.
That's a lot of people, right?
It's a lot of
people. And for us to be able to get somebody's message out to them, just talking to them, on the podcast and being able to give a message to, what they're doing and what they're passionate about. And that's why I wanted to have you and Jeff on, because you guys do a lot of work in the community and everybody sees you up front because you're the one speaking, but they don't know all the work that's taken to get to that place behind the scenes. And we all know that 20% of us volunteer, 80% don't, right? It's always been that way, and it's probably not even the 20%ers. But everybody sees the upfront final version of what is done at the presentation time or at the call outs or whatever else, and it all looks glitzy and glamoury, but you guys had to put a lot of work in to get to that place.
Well, I think Jeff and I are very like creatures, as he mentioned. I think a background in athletics does help you because you talk about a business where everyone has to pull the rope together. The bottom line is you want to win, and there's a lot of things that have to happen to win, a lot of things. And so when you kind of are in that environment and then you get out of it like Jeff and I did, you want to spill that over a little bit to everything that you do. And I love Denton because of the things I have gotten involved in, the people I've met, the ability to move whatever my business agenda has been, my portfolio has been based in Denton. So anything I've gotten involved with has probably been beneficial to me on several levels. But I look at Jeff right now as a great case in point. He's created a brand for himself and for Groggy Dog by being available and being a part of the chamber and other things. And I tried to do the same thing, but I'll tell you, there's a blessing in all that. It's a lot of work. You got to have a great family, a great wife. I married a grad assistant coach too, so I stole that page from Jeff as well. But a family is important if you're going to do extras. And I think, if you have a family that appreciates it and appreciates the community you live in, then that can happen. And that's worked for me. So I would tell people, as I was telling Lyndon in the beginning, Denton is very much a scratch each other back town. If you're willing to do a little for someone, you're gonna get it in return, and you just got to be willing to take that chance.
I remember running into Hank at a restaurant one time, and his wife knew who I was, and I'm like, "Wait, what? What is going on here?" And so it's just that camaraderie too, of work. I mean, we all work in this town, and we try to work together harmoniously and help each other out with business everywhere we can.
And if y'all really look at it, it's very generational because look, Hank, your son's involved, right? I see him at networking events, all the time and being involved with chamber stuff too. So you've created that. Jeff brings his son all the time to events when he can, and I love giving him a hard time,
He actually had input on my hats. He came in and he said, because the way Jeff did it, he had a couple questions and then but his son was like, no, he looked at me. He's like, listen, I think you really need to do
Listen,
this. And
yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
wait, you're 12, right? I mean, like,
Yeah.
okay. And that's the way we went too. It was
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, Austin T's not scared to share his opinion. So he's a
he's
hat
not.
dude too.
Yeah.
He's a hat
He's
dude.
just coming
Oh,
for the
awesome.
snacks anyway. I know.
Yeah,
what he's coming for.
he'll find the cookies and the food for
That's
sure.
right. But you know,
no-
look, we've all dragged our kids one time or another to something. You know, I brought my daughter to ribbon cuttings before just because I had to go pick her up. You know, it was my turn to do that. I had something else, but I still had a ribbon cutting to get to.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that's really cool about that, I mean, anywhere from your Peterbilt, your CoServe, you know, on down to, you know, crumble cookies or, you know, the smallest business, so very welcoming to all aspects of the business community, you know, and the people that make up that business community, you know, and that's something that's very encouraging about the current business climate in Denton is that, again, going back to like Matt, you started out, you know, calling out my uniform, you know, I can walk in golf shorts and a polo and tennis shoes and a hat to any place in Denton. Right. And again, it's just, there's common goals and it's open-minded and it's, you know, common interest and it's about the people. It's about the people, you know, in the why and not necessarily.
Exactly right, Jeff, on the why. And Hank said it too, being available, right? That's part of it too, is the consistency of showing up and being available and being transformational, not just transactional, right? Is that we are here first to build our relationships and then figure out whether or not we could work together, you know, and tag team and be a partnership with other businesses in the local area, because iron sharpens iron, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah. We're going to have to take a break. We're going to come back and we're going to get to our topic today.
And now a word from a few of our amazing sponsors that make the Difference Radio, live stream, and podcast network possible.
JP Direct Health offers affordable health insurance solutions for individuals, families, and small businesses specializing in custom coverages to fit your needs and budget. JP Direct Health offers comprehensive benefits, including PPO health plans, accident and critical illness coverage, dental and vision, health matching accounts, along with telehealth at no cost per call. Call JP Direct Health today to learn more about how we can help you protect your health and your budget.
Do you want your home or office to sparkle? Then call Elite Diamond Cleaning today. From basic cleaning to deep cleaning, and using only the highest quality cleaning products and equipment, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Our team of experienced cleaners will work quickly and efficiently to clean every nook and cranny, taking care of all the details so you don't have to. With a variety of pricing options to fit any budget, you can be sure that you are getting the best possible price. Call Elite Diamond Cleaning today at 214-300-9876 to schedule a free estimate. Your home and office is a diamond. Let us get it out of the dust.
Are you looking for new or more reliable and affordable home services? Look no further than Utility Connect. At Utility Connect, we understand that every customer is different. Thanks to our partnership with The Difference, our free concierge service seamlessly shops all of your utilities and services for your home or business with one easy phone call. So what are you waiting for? Call Utility Connect today and experience the difference. For more information, give us a call at 469-414-2033 or visit us at www.utilityconnect.net/thedifference to learn more.
Are you a business owner looking to grow your company? Get fast, easy financing up to $5 million with no minimum FICO score required. Apply in 60 seconds and get funded in 24 hours. Call Jim Thomas at 214-629-7223 to talk to a financing professional today. Your business's future is waiting. So don't delay. Call now and tell him that you saw him on The Difference.
And now back to the show.
Hey, I just want to say that Hank had made a comment, Jeff, about Austin getting a commission, on the sale of those hats and design. So we'll have to have a talk with him about how he will fashion some type of commission if he has to jump in and help you design.
How he can monetize his suggestions.
Yeah, but he'll work for food too, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
That's commission. That's commission.
That's a commission. There's nothing wrong with a cookie. You know what I'm saying?
He'd be all about it, because then it would help fund his youth sports adventures or his frequent trips to University of North Texas men's basketball games and University of Texas.
Right.
So he needs it. He needs to make some money.
He's going to start working that. We'll get that angle worked out for him.
Good.
Yeah.
Yes, he can
Especially
learn
as he gets older now. Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay, Hank. Here's the thing. With you being part of the chamber, I am sure that you get asked all the time to come to all kinds of events. And probably, I'm guessing people would love to have you to help them in whatever way that is. So how do you balance this time of doing other things other than the chamber community events and your UNT stuff and still have time for your wife?
That'd be a great question for her. And God bless Missy. She's out of town, so she can't answer it right now, thankfully. I don't know. I haven't been very good at the balance part of it, probably. I think the older you get, the more you're thankful for energy and
Amen.
ability to be involved in the things you want to be involved in. But I've actually tried to cut back on saying yes. My wife has a theory on it. She says, if it's good for Denton, Hank will consider it. If free beer is involved, he'll chair it. So, I guess
there you go. She knows you well.
But I really have tried to pick things that I thought, whether I was working at North Texas Athletics, I always had to think, is this involvement going to lead me to selling season tickets, selling advertising, getting someone to contribute to the scholarship fund? If the answer was yes, then I felt like it was on me to make that happen. And I had a great boss for 15 years, Rick Villarreal, who trusted me to do those things because he saw results. So now with the chamber, I have to ask the same question. Is what I'm getting involved in going to move the agenda of membership in the chamber or sponsorship opportunities? If the answer is yes, then I probably stand to benefit, on that end. But you do have to make some decisions, I think, as you go along. And I think the more you get involved in Denton, the more easier that becomes. There's a lot of things that are beneficial. You've just got to part and parcel it out. For me, the difficult thing over the years has been team travel is weekend travel, right? And so I don't end up getting a lot of what you would call regular weekends. So when I do, then I kind of just disappear and try to get out of the sight of anybody that would want some time. But other than that, I really can't complain. The things I've gotten involved in, like tonight, I got a North Texas Fair and Rodeo board meeting. I love being a part of the fair and rodeo. I think it's one of the great things that happens in Denton. It's 9 straight days of rodeo entertainment, benefiting agricultural scholarships. I love.
We're really blessed to have that too here in the Denton community.
Jeff can speak to the things he's done. I know Beth can as well. It's and Matt, you've been as involved as anyone I know. So we all have gotten something out of it, right? And I think that's the message to people that might be worried about it.
Okay, but on another note to this, Hank, some people would look at that as, well, you're just choosing how you can make an angle to it to earn business. Well, heck yeah. What is networking about? It is about earning business or building business, but it's not like I'm going to put my angle first to win you over with some kind of smoozing and just, act like I'm intrigued or excited to, get to know you just because I want business. I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it for the relationship first. If I like you and trust you, and then if business comes along, then I'm good for that too. But like being part of the chamber, your business is meeting, having these opportunities to go meet other businesses or new businesses that are coming in and talking to them about the benefits of being a chamber member and joining and getting in the circle in the group and building their business from that platform as one and building it up.
Well, I would turn it over to Jeff because he's done an amazing job along with Cole Frazier and Tanya Blix to building our ambassador program. But the ambassadors, I hope, are getting business out of their involvement. They are volunteering over the top. And Jeff, you see it as much as anybody. I think that's a group that professionally uses the chamber to their advantage, and why not?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Hank, and fortunate to have two of our best ambassadors, on the call, and Matt and Beth, and I think they'll echo, my kind of sentiments, objectives, review of the ambassador program. It's a awesome opportunity to build professional and personal credibility with a potential business demographic of over, Hank, I should know this, but 700 members, 800 members.
Yeah, close it out on 800. So underneath that 800, think of the number of people that are underneath that.
Yeah. So in our ambassador program, I mean, those folks are committed to obviously the chamber's mission and the chamber's efforts, at ribbon cuttings and at, chamber events, but they're also the common thread of our ambassador group is they want to move the needle. They want to be a part of success of the business community and of the people. That's really, I mean, the name of, making a difference, or the community difference. That word difference is resonating with me today as we talk about this, but our ambassadors want to make a difference for the chamber, for their business, for future members, for Denton as a whole. And if and when you're willing to invest the time and the energy and the effort, you're going to reap those benefits. You're going to reap those benefits, and it's going to be a good situation for everybody.
I mean, so you go and you go to the chamber events. If you're an ambassador, you're going to tag those other businesses on your social media. You're going to let people know about this. I mean, this might be something like, that's what I like to do, is connect people with other people. This might be something they want, or need. And so I always have a list of people running for, like, everything I do. Funny enough, the person who runs Shuck Me, who I met through a ribbon cutting, texted me. And he's like, yeah, give us a shout out. So it's the Shuck Me people. And I'm like, go there, tell them you heard about us about Shuck Me on the show, and they're going to give you a free fountain drink today.
Yeah.
I mean, so crazy? That's kind of fun.
That's awesome. Right?
Yeah.
You know what blesses me is the people members who I've met right off the bat, as soon as they came to an event or ribbon cutting, and that I was able to have a minute with them or time with them and took them by the hand. And I did my ambassador part because it just comes natural now, right? But I did that part of introduction and helping them and supporting them and following up with them and having a meeting and seeing where they're at in their business and what I could help them with and who I could connect them to. And then they come back and say, without you, I probably would have never got involved with doing things within the chamber and coming to events, but you showed me the way, right? And I said, well, that's what the ambassadors group is for. And it's like, when we started the ambassador group back in the early 2000s, that was the reason why, because we saw that need, that there were so many people that just didn't have a clue or were fearful of jumping in knee deep with it and getting into the networking circle.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. That's a good way to sum it up. And I mean, I've been involved in the ambassador program since 2015 and now going on 8 years, and just the personal and professional credibility. And like, and Hank said too, I mean, a lot of my closest friends in Denton now are from this ambassador group. And it's such a blessing to me personally, to my family, to, Groggy Dog, to just have those relationships and have those opportunities, to keep growing. So,
well, we're going to take a break in a second here, and then we're going to finish up the show. I've got some questions or point of views I want to bring up to you guys, and everybody can jump in on that. So let's take a break.
And now a word from a few of our amazing sponsors that make the Difference Radio, live stream, and podcast network possible.
Texas Edge Insurance. We're more than just an insurance company. We're your partners in protection. We understand that every person and every business is unique. That's why we don't believe in a one-size-fits-all approach to insurance. We work with you to create a customized insurance plan that meets your specific needs. And we're always here to help you, no matter what. We offer a wide range of insurance products. We also work with over 30 insurance companies to find you the best possible coverage. So what are you waiting for? Contact Texas Edge Insurance today. Visit our website or give us a call at 817-406-2929 to get a free quote today. Introducing Bankroll Media, a digital marketing partner designed to take your business to the next level. At Bankroll Media, we are a team of creative and innovative marketers that works with mortgage loan officers, realtors, many e-commerce businesses, and much more. At Bankroll Media, we're different because you're different. We get it, and that's why we're here. We're not your typical marketing agency. We don't believe in cookie-cutter solutions or one-size-fits-all approaches. We believe in building relationships with our clients and understanding their unique needs. We want to understand your business inside and out so that we can create marketing campaigns that are tailored to your specific needs. From social media management, lead generation, web design to content creation and SEO, even email marketing. Bankroll Media can do it all. Bankroll Media, building presence, connecting ideas.
And now back to the show.
All right, we're back. So our topic this month is we've been talking about, balancing your community involvement and business operations into your personal life too, and how you actually maintain, a healthy balance within that. Because, a lot of times we'll all jump into something and we'll go into it full steam ahead, but then something always falls off to the side that we neglect and we don't take care of until it starts to show back up again. And then we're like, yeah, I probably didn't, I didn't do the right things, and I've had I'll just say this, that I've been told before that I help other people before I help my family sometimes. And it made me stop. It made me stop and look back and see why I was doing it that way and why I shouldn't have been doing it that way, because God, family first,
Yeah.
So,
Amen on that.
How do you say no and not overcommit yourself to run into those situations?
I think one thing I've learned this, you have to ask a lot of good questions first. All right. You're asking me to get involved in this committee, this board, this activity. What's the real time commitment? What is really expected of me? And why do you want me? Because again, I think a lot of us get caught in okay, well, let's ask him or her because they can fundraise. Well, you got to be careful when you fundraise, because if your job is fundraising, then all people ever see you is coming with your hands out. And so you've got to really discern before you say yes. Can I do this? And is it going to conflict with what I'm already doing? So I've learned to ask those questions politely early. And then if I do decline, at least I have good reasons why.
Yeah, that's true.
I think you have to have really good time blocking too.
Amen.
For all your different commitments, and then so that you can balance work and family, right? And luckily I have a job where when my kids were little, I was always able to bring them with me to a lot of things, and people didn't really mind. But 100%.
And one thing is and I know Hank and I have had this conversation, but you align yourself with people that share common values, on the business and personal side, and Craig Jones and Leslie Jones and their family, our owners at Groggy Dog. I mean, they before I even went to work for Groggy Dog, I knew their family, their values, their way of doing things. And then I'm a part of that. And so then, that's just the number one priority, is the family, and you make that the priority, and you use your professional opportunities, your community opportunities, kind of as an extension of that. You filter it through that family scope, and if it's a good fit, then you go from there. And I think you just be real transparent with people. Like, one thing I've said is, and Matt, I think you and I have had this conversation. Hey, I'd love to do that, but we're going to a baseball tournament and at Rocker Beach Ranch, or
how it is.
Hey, we've got. It's just you just explain, and you're just transparent, and people appreciate the commitment to your family and to your business. And another thing I like to always try to do is, okay, I can't do this, but I could do this, or would this be helpful, or what if I connected you to, like, understanding maybe Beth, Beth, she's a different stage of life now. Okay, so Beth, Beth's a good resource, or just find a way to be a part of a solution, a part of moving things forward, even if you're not doing that.
Lyndon, did you want to say something? Jump in here, bro.
One of the hardest things for me, it has always been to say no, because I'm the kind of person that wants to help anybody that needs help, right? And so when someone asks, I almost feel guilty or obligated to say no. But then I realized what I could be doing to my own reputation and my own brand if I'm not giving them everything that they need me to be able to give to them. And so, kind of like what Jeff was saying, is you got to be able to understand how to say no. And what I do now is, Matt, I think what you're doing is awesome, and I'd love to be a part of it. But right now, I can't give you what you deserve from me. So I'm going to have to just take a pass. And I still am able to connect and build that relationship with them because of my honesty and the fact that I was honest enough to say I can't give them what they're going to expect from me.
Yeah. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to say to you, Lyndon, if there was a time that you were going to say yes, what time would that be?
That's a good question, Matt. Probably after the first of the year.
Right. Yeah. But at least then that maybe we can do something another time. Right?
Well, I think that's a great point, because I think that none of us want to be annoying and keep asking people, right? So having the question you just asked, when can you, gives me a chance to be prepared and answer that. Give me a call in 3 months and let's revisit this. I may give you the same response I'm giving you now, because maybe things changed, maybe they didn't, or maybe I've got something else on my plate. But I do think that it's fair to you to say, if you ask that question, here's a timeline, give me to this timeline, and then let's talk again.
Yeah.
Y'all just gave every realtor that's watching this a playbook. For real.
Yeah. Yeah. But, there's so many companies out there, especially like that, they're part of the chamber, right? That they work off sponsorship and they work off donations. And they've always, have an event going on. There's always something. There's tens, if not hundreds of them always asking, right? And you have to be able to, you want to be able to help everybody, but you can't help everybody, on that. Like when we had North Texas Giving Day, right before that happened, I had to make a decision on one other local affiliation that I could support here in the Denton County area on a monthly basis. And, it really came to me really quick. So thank God, because after that, I started looking at others and, and everybody was putting something out there on Facebook about supporting their cause. And I was like, I have to be able to just focus on what I can do as myself personally and stick to that. And then maybe showcase other people in another way and introduce them to other people who might not be supporting, local cause and that could afford to do that too. But you also have to budget that and put that in your business or in your personal budget too. So right at the end, we usually have a few quick questions we like to throw out at our guest. So we're going to throw some rapid fire questions to you guys. So Hank Dickenson, what's on your bucket list today, sir? What do you got? What do you want to do in the next year?
I would like to go on a cruise with my wife, or I would like to see SNL live. I've always wanted to see SNL.
Fun.
Well, didn't they just have a new episode this last Saturday?
Yeah, but I want to be there. I don't care who the host is or who the music. Who knows? Kelsey could show up with Taylor Swift. You never know these days.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah, that would be cool, wouldn't it? Yeah, that would be really good. So if anybody has a connection to get tickets for Hank and his wife, let us know and we'll get y'all hooked up together. Okay. Jeff Bowerman, is there a skill that you want to learn that you haven't learned yet? Or is the skill that you have already that you want to improve on?
Golf.
Really?
I wouldn't put myself. Look at Hank almost spitting up his water.
Yeah.
No. Every time I golf, which isn't often enough, I really enjoy it. Wonderful sport and obviously scenic and calm and I always enjoy it, but I'm just so freaking bad, like just terrible, like it's brutal. So I'd like to improve my golf game, at least off the tee, so I can be good for one shot per scramble.
If you get with Steven out at Ropes and Ranch, he'll meet you up there at the fitness factory.
Yeah, the simulators.
He'll put you on that platform. And he'll get you swinging, and he'll help you in about 5 minutes improve your swing.
Matt, you remember we did that ribbon cutting up there, and they had those simulators. I hit 2 or 3 good ones, and I think you videoed it. I think you might have the video. See,
those are the only good ones you've ever made.
Yeah, that's what you said. You said I'm going to hang on to these for you. Yeah. Right. So, but no, that would be my answer.
Replay those.
There's always Top Golf, right?
Yeah, there's always Top Golf.
Big shots, there's so
many. You can make a shot. You can actually hit something there.
Hey, listen, you just got to practice. You got to practice, and you need to have a golf counselor on your side to help you make improvements.
I have almost a golf pro that lives with me, so
yeah, I bet
I could get you guys somebody to help you if you really needed it.
Well, if Jeff would take instruction, that's the other part.
Yeah. I'm more inclined to the 19th hole, and the cold beverage to celebrate the one good shot and relive it for hours at a time. But no, that's my answer,
guys. He's carpetbagging you. I've played with him.
Hey, but yeah, that's my answer. That's my rapper. Yeah, that's one thing.
So, do you shoot in the 90s or 80s?
You know what, Matt? The last several times I've golfed have been in scramble formats, and fundraisers, and tournaments and whatnot. So I stay away from the scorecard.
And how many best balls were yours?
4, 5, maybe.
Okay.
Hank actually, Hank can vouch for that. We were in one together.
All right. Out of 18, that's not too bad, right?
It's not terrible. That's terrible.
Yeah, it's not terrible. Okay. Well, any last words, Jeff Bowerman?
No, this is an awesome program. Appreciate what you guys are doing for Denton. Good people doing it the right way, and I love the title. Making a difference. In the community difference. Excited to see where this goes, and appreciate the opportunity to be a part of it.
We are too. Hank
and
Dickenson.
Actually, if you wanted us to tell us your favorite karaoke song before we leave, I find that to be a hilarious answer.
Yeah.
Whatever whatever your favorite karaoke song is.
What's the Top Gun one? You never close your eyes anymore.
We did songs.
Well, guess what? We're going to let Jeff sing this out in just a second.
No, Hank, I'm going to hand it off to Hank.
Give us a minute of your thoughts.
Well, first, Robert, I appreciated your thoughts at the very beginning on the interest rates and the home buying, because I've got 2 young sons that are really thinking about buying right now just because of everything you said. That was very reaffirming, because I've been a little nervous about that proposition, but it does sound like this is a great time to do it. So that was an unexpected benefit to this show. Thank you very much.
Great.
It was an experienced person, I think, too.
Yeah,
like somebody like Robert that knows what they're doing.
This comes from Dave Stevens, who used to be the Federal Housing Administration Commissioner. We do a call with him every 2 months. He said 2024 and 2025 are going to be the best 2 years to purchase a home in volume, with all the millennials coming to the ripe age of buying. So it's going to probably get a little crazy in the next 2 years. So now's the time to do it.
Yeah, bring it on. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Hey, Matt, thank you for the opportunity. And Beth, thank you. You guys have been so supportive of my endeavors in the chamber, and I really appreciate you.
Well, we love you, brother.
We appreciate you.
Okay, Jeff Bowerman.
Thank you.
Take us out.
I can't. I'm done, man.
Come on, man. You can do it. Just close your eyes and
lost
sing.
it.
Just close your eyes and sing.
You got this.
Here's when the eyes of Texas are upon you all the live long days.
Okay, everybody stay on after we shut down too, by the way. Just stay on for a minute. Thank you, Jeff Bowerman.
Oh my God,
Thank
right there.
you, Robert.
Thanks,
Thank you, Beth.
guys. We appreciate you.
Thank you.